Well, look at you. Good morning, everybody. It's been a while, and it's so amazing for me to be back in my little chef's kitchen with Sasco. And today we're going to do some really, really delicious, delicious little treats. And what's exciting me more than anything is that we're going to be decorating cakes with the kids, because at this time of the year it becomes very festive. Children have now finished with school. They're bored, they want to do things, and I can tell you now, all you need is a packet of Sasco Bake mix. Mummies, are you listening? And your kids are going to be so well behaved and very happy in the kitchen. So our first cake we're going to make is a 3-milk cake. Now, if you can pronounce this in French, I'm going to send you a prize, okay? And that will come directly from Jenny Morris. So if you just type out on Facebook what this cake is called, I'm going to send you a prize, and I promise you, I'm going to give you a signed cookbook. How's that? Do you like it? But only one person can win. So Tessie, I need your help. The first one up, okay, is going to get that. So it's like a 3-milk thing. We've got cream, we've got condensed milk, and we've got what we would call evaporated milk. A lot of you know it as the brand name. It is that milk, okay, that you're looking for. And it's very, very, very easy to put together. We start off with our eggs. This is Autumn. Come on, Autumn. This is Autumn. She's my Christmas elf, or she's my Christmas fairy, and she keeps things pumping. So what Autumn has done is, have you started to cream the egg whites?
Yes, I have.
You have. Have you done the egg yellows?
Yes.
Good. So what are we going to start with first? The egg yellow?
The egg yellows.
Okay. So what we do here is, I want you all to open. Well, I'm sure you've opened your eggs up. You've cracked the eggs, and you've got your egg yellow. This is what I'm looking for. I want you to beat it. Have you beat it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we beat our egg yellow so it's nice and smooth and creamy, and we're going to pop it back into the machine. Where's your little beater? And we're going to whip it up beautifully, and then what's going to happen?
So after you beat it, you look for a pale yellow type of color in your eggs.
Okay, so the color is going to change. Make sure that the color of your egg has changed, and we're going to beat it till it's beautiful and yellow. And in the meantime, I would normally say, while your cake is in the oven, you could start making your milk mixture, but I would start to do that now, so it just goes nice and slow. If you look at the surface of the cake, and we will decorate it just now, it looks all wrinkly like me, but trust me, that is not anything to do with it. It's this beautiful 3-milk mixture that we pour on. It's like when you do a Melba pudding, and you just keep feeding it, and you be very, 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 you've got to be very patient, and just keep going, and you might find that you have some left. I would say you end up with about a cup left. Freeze that, because that makes a delicious smoothie later. You can use that in a smoothie. So what happens is, you just put all this beautiful milk mixture onto your cake, let it soak in, and then just stick it in the fridge, because the weather's quite hot, and you want it to suck it up, okay? Suck it up, everybody. Now what we do have is, we have some flour, and we have some salt. Always when you bake, you want a nice little balance. You want a nice balance of salt. And we have a little bit of baking powder, not too much, and some vanilla essence. Now, if you have a look at your recipe, you think, oh my goodness, why has she not put any sugar into, oh, the wind has come up. I wonder if we shouldn't just sneak underneath there, because you're allowed to walk around the kitchen, and maybe just close that door. So you will notice that we're not creaming, carry on, Autumn, you just keep going, that we're not creaming eggs and sugar together as one traditionally would in a cake, because there is so much sweetness happening in here, darling, because you are all sweet and fabulous. We've got sweet in the condensed milk, we've got sweet in the meringue. Now, why are we making a meringue mixture? The meringue mixture is going to give this cake the most glorious, delicious lightness that it deserves, okay? So let's have a look. See, there you go. All right, so what happens next?
So after you have creamed your
Eggs, yes.
you add your milk.
Yes.
And your vanilla essence.
Okay, let's get all of that in. You carry on as if I'm not here, and then Autumn's, you see, at this age, you're allowed to have people that wait on you. So Autumn's going to just carry on. She's going to add the milk. She's going to add the vanilla essence. There's not a lot of milk either, because what happens is, once we pour this delightful milk mixture onto your cake, it's going to make it nice and soggy and moist and absolutely gorgeous. So now I wonder if we should, any chance to go back and see what anyone's doing. Has anybody got any comments that they would like to make? You can ask questions as you go along, guys. Just remember that you can. And don't forget, I want to know what the name of this cake is, this gorgeous 3-milk cake that we're going to be making. It makes a beautiful addition to your festive table. Whether you, festive, you know, summer is a festive time. It's a beautiful time. So whether you celebrate Christmas or not, this is a cake that I definitely think you should have in your repertoire. And I'm so excited to start with this cake and get it into the oven once we have got it all ready to go. I have got here a baking tin. Now you might think, oh my goodness gracious me, you've got this big tin and this is collapsing. Is your cake mixed? Please mix it, just mix it finished. So we're going to just pop our mixture into this, and don't panic, because when Autumn was baking it, she had such a panic attack because she thought she had ruined the cake and went and made another one. Please don't worry, because of the egg whites. The cake does settle a little bit, and once you put this beautiful creaminess on top of it, it's going to settle even more. You need to, when you start to feed it with this gorgeous milk mixture, you need to have a lip, because you don't want it rolling off the top, unless, I mean, you're happy to do a lot of cleaning up. I know the ants around now, they'll be very happy to come and lick it up. Okay, so now we have this glorious, wonderful thing happening here. Now you can decide, do I want to top it with raspberries? Would I like to top it with strawberries? You could use blueberries. I always say that a recipe is here to own. So just take it and own it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue the mixture, and Autumn's going to give me my cream. So this is what you're going to have, and it's going to kind of look a little bit doughy to you, but don't panic, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to pull the eggs through it. You're going to give me my lovely cream topping. And I'm going to top this cake with it. If you have a look, okay, just keep it mixed, But once you start adding the topping to it, the egg whites, then you've got to give it a lot of love, and you've got to love it tender. Don't be too crazy with it, okay? So I'm going to have that there, and while I'm waiting for Autumn, she's going to continue that, and I am going to do the top here. So I need a nice little knife. Thank you, Autumn. Oh my goodness me, look at this. So here's the next layer of sweetness. So if you thought there was not enough sugar in this cake, think again. What I've got here is icing sugar, and I have got this beautiful cream, and cream comes with its own deliciousness. Now look at this, people. Don't tell me this is not going to make your mouth love you. Don't tell me this is not going to make your mouth happy. Huh? Look at that. Look at that. How far have you got with your cakes? Are you almost ready to pop it into the oven? Oh my goodness, look at this. This is just too glorious for words. I love cream, and I'm going to really just be very decadent. Look at that. Isn't that divine? Okay. So as soon as Autumn's finished mixing the cake, we'll pop that into the oven. But I'm going to continue here, and you can decide what you would like to do. I love raspberries, so I'm thinking maybe we should like really turn this into raspberry heaven and just pop some around the side. It's stone fruit time as well. I've got gorgeous cherries, and these are beautiful cherries. They come in a nice pretty little pouch, and they are so firm and so delicious, and I'm very happy. For me, it seems like the season has started early, but not really, I suppose. Okay. Now, often people like to take their cherries and just fan them out, and not their cherries, their strawberry. I like this. I like to see the round of it like this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's just got such a stunning shape. There we go. And we're just going to put our strawberries all around the cake. Whew! Should I be eating this? Of course I should be eating this. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into it. There we go. How are we doing out there, guys? Are you mixing nicely? Are you getting hysterical? Are you coping? Look at this. This is just too glorious for words. And we're going to cut this together later, okay? The important thing is that when you do start putting all that beautiful creamy milk onto your cake, that you let it rest. You must put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes, and then you can bring it out and start to do the decoration. This is stunning. Okay, I think I'm very definitely going to be using some cherries on this, because it's a merry cherry season. Look at that. And And should we leave the stems on? Of course you should leave the stems on. And then people can just take the stems off and go like this and pop it into their mouth and just pluck it. How's that? Does it look beautiful or what? And then for the center, some more of these glorious. Doesn't that look festive? It's just festive and gorgeous and beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Is that ready for me, Autumn? Okay, bring it to me. I want to just show our friends out there. Okay. Now, do you remember that stodgy, what looked like a stodgy mess earlier? Look at it now. Just look how beautiful with the egg whites. It's lovely and it's runny. So as I said before, please don't get nervous and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. There we go. Just look at that. That's going to go straight into the oven now. And how long are we going to cook it? For about 40 minutes, 30 minutes? 40 minutes. Okay, just always make sure that your cake is leveled. And this one we're not going to tap too much because we don't want to knock the air out of it. And in it goes in a 180 oven for about 40 minutes. Okay, I'm going to quickly finish doing this. And then we are going to be doing our next little treat, which is going to be our cake bake mix, which is fantastic. And even, you know what, when I was doing this, I thought, actually, I could actually use this vanilla cake bake mix. I could use the chocolate. I could even use the red velvet in this. And I could just make this beautiful topping, or the milk, to go with it. And just use it for putting into to my Sasco mix. So you can think about that as well, guys. So you could actually take your Sasco Bake mix, and all you have to do is just make your lovely milky mixture, and then do exactly as this recipe says. Just poke some holes in it, and away you go. So I have got some mint. Where's Autumn? I'm going to let Autumn pass me some mint. Autumn? Autumn's making a big noise in the back. Hello, Autumn. Darling, I've got a little pot of mint in the passage. Don't you want to bring it to me? And I will put a little bit of sprigs of mint on this. And there it is. It's delicious. It's divine. And I know my cameraman is dying to sink his teeth into this, but he'll get some later. There we go. Just take the packaging off for me. Thank you. Here we go, guys. And just a few little sprigs of mint just to sort of bring a bit of freshness into it. A little bit here, a little bit there. Because those are the colors of the festive season. It's white and it's red and it's green and it's very, very merry, and we're going to really get very, very cherry today. Okay. How are we looking? I want to know what you're doing out there. You need to tell me what you're up to, how you're up to, and how far you're up to before we move on to the next step. I would like to also to know is, what are you doing during the festive season? Are you going to be baking and making? And this is just another thing that I've been thinking about as well, is that it's been a tough year, but we are resilient people and we're very, very happy people. And I know that we do want to share the love and share the festive, you know, with our friends and with our families. And, you know, to spend hundreds and thousands of rands on lots of Christmas presents, very expensive. So why don't you get a couple of these Sasco Bake mixes? And if you're going somewhere, you could make one of these, you know, and take it along. I think it needs some more cherries. Look at that. I've got space for cherries. And take it along, you know, make a beautiful little cake with your bake mix and give it to your neighbor. Just spread some love and spread some cheer this festive season. Not everyone has what we have. And I think when you bake something and make something and actually give it to somebody, it's the best gift you could ever give, because they know that you put some thought into it. Look at that. Oh, isn't this gorgeous? I think it's absolutely beautiful. So now this we're going to just pop aside, take it away from the hot oven, and we'll enjoy it later. I actually can't wait to sink my teeth into this. So this we're going to just pop on the side. I'm going to give that to my good friend over here, my little Autumn. And I'm going to just take a saucepan and show you exactly what I want you to do. We'll just take a nice little small one. So you go in with your fresh cream. The cream goes in. And then the condensed milk. Okay, condensed milk is just milk and sugar that's been absolutely boiled down to this lovely sticky, gooey, milky syrup. So we're going to add that. And then we're going to just take our evaporated milk. And we're going to just, look at that, isn't that divine? Just pour that into our pot. And then just give it a good old mix. You want to make sure that it's properly incorporated. So just go mix, 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 and make sure that it's perfectly mixed, because you don't want the condensed milk to sort of gather in a corner, because when you put this on, you want it to be absolutely gorgeous. You could actually pour it like this, but I always find that if you just warm it up a little bit, you're not trying to reduce it, but when you warm it up and it goes onto that lovely warm cake, it's like it just sinks in. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so for the next cake, we're going to make, this is for the kiddies, this is to keep them happy and active during the school holidays. And we're going to make a marble cake. Now, I know that when I was a kid growing up, I couldn't understand the concept of this marble cake. I always would think, how on earth did they make that cake? How did they get all of those colors into there? Because, you know, you kind of start off with one color. And as obviously you get older and you understand the concept of food coloring and just going blob, 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 you can do it nicely together. So can I have from you my ingredients, please? Okay, so can I have my SASKO? Lovely. And give me all the rest of the stuff to pop here. So here's the vanilla flavored bake mix. And if you are sort of a small family, you could always, we've got a smaller pack. Here's the other little pack, which can make a nice little cake. Okay, so you've got the 500 gram or the kilo one. And I always say that you can get quite a bit out of the kilo one. I'm going to put this here for you. And it literally is just a couple of ingredients. Have you got one of these for me? A silver bowl?
Oh, yes, I do.
Good. So what we're going to do is, it doesn't get easier really than following the instructions on the pack of your Sasco Bake mix. And for those of you that have got big families, or you want to actually now spread the love and share it in the neighborhood, I would actually take one of our red velvet and the vanilla, and then you can take another color. You can just add your own food coloring to whatever it is you want to. So here are the three components. This is all you have to add, because everything else is in the bag for you. We've got some milk, which I'm going to pop in. And we've got some oil. I love oil cakes because they're so nice and moist. And we go in with the oil. I'm going to just give this and the eggs a good old mix, so I make sure that they're well incorporated, like so. And I'm going to just mix it all together. And then I'm going to get my dear little Autumn here to get splattered with flour. She's going to add the bake mix. You just want to break up the egg whites, you want to break up the egg yolks, and you want to make sure that the oil and the milk, they always say oil and water don't mix. Trust me, the oil and milk do mix. So we have all of that happening. And we're not going to add this just yet, and I'll tell you why, because our cake is still in the oven and we need a bit of time, but we'll take a nice clean wet cloth from Autumn and I'm going to wipe down. So while we're waiting for that to happen, I want to just share with you some of the things that I think that you could do with your kiddies during the festive season at home, and just decorate a couple of cakes. You could even make these marbled like in a cupcake form, whichever that you want to do. Thank you. So, how are we doing out there? Who's got their cake in the oven already? How are we doing? Anybody in the oven yet? Are you all in the oven? Okay. Oh my goodness gracious me. Cheers, everybody. That's what I'm having for Christmas. Lovely, lovely, lovely tea. Oh, yummy. Here we go. I can see everybody's up there. There's lots of people joined us. Very nice. And there's lots of comments. Good. I hope they're all good ones. Do you know what I want to do first? I want to make a very cherry cake. So can I have the little middle one, if you don't mind? Thank you, my darling. Now what I've done with this, I've just taken our Sasco cake mix, our bake mix, and made it in 3 little tins. Okay, and now we kind of beat it up all over the top. I've got some glacé cherries there, what I would love to have some of those in the glass. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I have got some fresh cherries. So I thought to myself, why don't I go fresh on top? And just remember, when you are giving this to your friends and family and to your guests, that the stones are still in it, okay? Because if you take the stones out, they're going to bleed. So we're going to go with some lovely fresh cherries all over the top. This reminds me of holly. Okay, you get in there and behave yourself, boy. Okay, some lovely fresh cherries on the top. And then you could take some of these. And the other thing you could do when you are making this bake mix, this one obviously has got lots of beautiful color. On the inside, you could actually add a couple of cherries because the sky's the limit as long as you don't put the whole box in. You don't want to upset your cake mix. But you could actually bake some of the cherry into your cake, which would be amazing. If you've got any angelica, you could cut little leaves from it and just put a little bit of green. I'm going to just pop this around the cake. I love fresh cherries, but I also have a little soft spot for glacé cherries, which is a sugared fresh cherry. Have a look here. That's coming along so, so nicely. Yum. I'm going to just turn it a bit and just put a few more pieces over here. I always like to make things for kiddies' birthday parties, and I like to overindulge and I always have far too much on the table, but children love it. So I think what's nice is with the cake mixes, you can actually, it allows you to do that because it's just like 1, 2, 3. You're adding oil, eggs and milk or water, depending on what it is you're doing. And before you know it, you just do that. You can have all kinds of cakes out on the table. It really excites the children. You can even get them, and often what I've done is, because I do children's birthday parties, I let them ice their own little cake. And what really makes my life easy is if I bake cupcakes using the bake mixes from Sasco. Let me just see here. Oh yeah, that's a little bit skinned there. That one's a little bit upset that it doesn't have as many cherries. And then I'm going to just pop that in there. And if you want to, you could always, I think I've got somewhere a little bit of gold dust. We could gold dust the cherries on top. Have a look there. It's very, very easy. I'm going to turn this cake around. Let me go this side. There we go. We're starting to get there. Lots and lots of cherries. And it's like a little polka dot Christmas or festive cake. Let me just go there and over here. Can I see? Am I filling the gaps, guys? Am I leaving gaatjies? And then you're going to clean it up nicely around the sides. You'll just clean up the sides a little bit. But it's now beautifully studded with cherries. I can see more gaps. Okay. So is everyone having a fabulous Saturday? Are you going to watch rugby this afternoon? Because I can tell you I am. I think this is going to be a revenge match of note between the Lions and the Springboks. I will pass this to Autumn in a few minutes, and then she's going to clean this up nicely. Autumn, don't you want to just top that up with some more cherries for me, please? And some more fresh over the top. Now, if you find that your icing is not too thick on top, just cut the bottom like this, and you just take a little bit, and you can anchor it like that. See, it'll stay in place. Have a look at that. And I love a cake topped with cherries, thank you. And I just think in that little cupboard behind you, Autumn, there should be some lovely gold dust right in the corner. Do I have it? I love it. Now, I know when you're baking for your family, you would take that and you would blow it across the cake. Well, you can't. Don't blow anything across anything now with COVID. You have to stay safe, okay? This is like a little cherry crown. I love it. Love, 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 love. Yes, so you can bring in a little bit of Christmas decor. And somewhere in the back, I think there could be, or even in one of these drawers, there might be a paintbrush. or a toothbrush. You can take a brand new toothbrush. That's what I also do. I buy a toothbrush and I keep it, especially for when I want to use the gold dust. There we go. Look in the back. There's a nice pastry brush there, Autumn, in the scullery. Have a look at that. Does that look fresh and gorgeous? And we'll just clean up the sides. And we're going to definitely put a lot of dusting. There we go. How many minutes has my cake been in the oven? Anybody know? Thank you. How many minutes have we been in the oven? 20 minutes, another 10 minutes to go. Don't ever, I always, if the recipe says 30 minutes, I might peep after about 25 minutes. Don't open it before that, because you're looking for trouble. You'll end up making trifles. So I'm going to take my little sticky hands and give them a wash. I'm coming back. Okay. So now we have this. I'm going to give it to Autumn in 2 minutes, and she's going to clean the sides, and she's going to go around like this for me and just tidy it up. So I'm going to take a little bit of gold like this, and you just give it a little, just give it a nice little dust. See, you don't have to blow anything over the cake. You can use silver dust, you can use red sparkle, you could use blushing pink, whatever you choose. But I just think this gives it a lovely little feel of Christmas all over the top. See, that's very, very pretty. So that's our little Merry Cherry. Oh, look at that. Mr. Cameraman, can you get in close on those cherries? Just look at that gold dust on the cherries. Absolutely beautiful. See, doesn't that look gorgeous? And so if you have a look at the side here, Autumn, we're just going to take a little bit of kitchen towel and go around the sides and clean up, and then we'll show you this more just now. And if there's any gaps, we'll fix them. Don't you worry. So that is our second little cake while we wait. And then the next one I want to do is, the kids can do anything they want to. They could make a Father Christmas face. Whoopsie daisy. They could make a Father Christmas face. They could make a little Christmas tree. You could make a Christmas bell. You could do anything you want to. In fact, I would not even tell the children what to do. I would say to them, here are the decorations, go and have fun. So this one, I want to make, although it's already, this cake has got lots and lots of beautiful color inside, I still want to play with it a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to do 3 glazes. And that's going to go into this cake. And my cake is over here. Excuse me. Thank you. So we have this. This is once again using my Sasco Bake mix. And I've got lots of colors happening in here. And once this cake is ready to come out, we're going to make up our Sasco mixture. And I'm going to tell you how to put the different colorings in and how to blob it. Okay, so the colors always look a little bit strange until you cut it open. Okay. Off you go. I'm going to use a little bit of water to use in my glaze. And we're going to mix up some colors. Now just remember, you want it to be quite a thick glaze. Okay, can you give me the food colorings, please? And you can make this really, really pretty with the kids. Thank you. So I've got some green, because I like green is festive, I suppose. It's that festive time. Just be very, very careful, because these can be quite strong colors. So that's our green. And of course red. We've got to go with a bit of red. We're going to take a little bit of red, and I want this to be very bright. I want it to be pretty and very festive. So the red is going to be stunning. And then maybe we go a little bit of purple, because I think that is Mrs. Claus's color. Let's do this. What color is this you've given me? Is it purple? It looks green. Okay. I always make her nervous when I ask this question. She starts blushing. Okay. So now I'm going to take my little festive fingers and start to mix up. Okay. So now we're going to just take 3 spoons, and we're going to start mixing. I say rather less than more, so go slowly at first, okay? You can always add more because icing sugar evaporates and it just really, really starts to dissolve very, very quickly. So I'm quite happy. And with that, I need a little skewer because I'll use the skewer to help me. There we go, look at that. And just keep mixing, guys. Just keep going, look at that. It slowly, slowly comes together. Thank you. Look at that. And we're going to just keep mixing. So I'm going to pass this one on to Autumn, and she's going to keep mixing, and I'm going to come to the next one. And we'll always add a little bit more water, but you want it to be a nice thick glaze, okay? So here's a little bit of purple. That's the purple in there. And we just keep mixing. And then we're going to just marble the top. There we go. How's that? And we just keep going and going and going and going until we get it all in. Look at that. And then I thought it would be nice to kind of do some stars and maybe, you know what I love? These little sweetie things here look beautiful on the top of the cake away as well. This one's got to be like, you know, when people say, oh my goodness, you know, you look like a Christmas tree because you're wearing so much jewelry and so much of everything. This is going to look like a Christmas tree. And in fact, I think we need to decorate something to look like a Christmas tree. Look at that. This is coming along beautifully. And then the next color we're going to do will be the red. Now I want that red to be really red and rosy, and it must be a happy, happy, happy red color. So there we go. Add a little bit more. You can always you can't take away, people, especially if you don't have any backup icing sugar. So rather go slow and just keep going. And the desired effect we're looking for is going to be of a pouring consistency. And we do want it to be able to run down the sides of your cake. Have a look. It's not there yet. But we do want it to run down the sides. Got a little bit on the side here. There we go. And if I get into trouble, I do have some extra icing sugar I can always top up. Just a little bit, okay? Have a look, see? This is looking good. Just make sure that there are no lumps. That's the one thing that you should always do before you're working with icing sugar, is to make sure that you've given it a good old sifting. Okay, there's my purple, ready to go. You ready for me with the green?
Yes.
Goody, goody, goody. You can bring that green to me, and then I'm going to pass you the red, Autumn, so that you can carry on with the red. And if I've put too much water in here, you can quickly just add. Okay, so have a look here, and if you have a see, you'll see it's bubbling a little bit. When I say bubbling, it's not because it's off. It needs to just relax, okay? So you mix, mix, mix to make sure all the lumps are gone, and then just give it a chance to settle down, okay? So, I don't know what our children like on this cake. I'm going to start with the purple first. I've got a feeling that might need a little bit more icing sugar, so we'll start with the green. Here's the perfect consistency. Autumn, have you got more icing sugar there that you can add to the purple? Good. Let's make that a little bit thicker, exactly like this. Okay, so here's your Christmas tree green. It's a lovely festive Christmas tree. Have you got the icing sugar there now? Can we add it right now?
Oh, yes, I do.
Good, thank you, darling. So we're going to go on the one side and just let it do what it wants to do, okay? We just leave it and let it happen and just let it slowly just work its way down. I'm going to add another little bit. Thank you. Thank you. Have you added icing sugar to that?
There's the red one.
No, but have you added some icing sugar for me?
Oh, yes. I'm
Good.
adding to the purple
Oh,
as
good.
well.
Lovely, lovely. And a little bit of pink. Let's go to the pink. Over here. You can have as many colors as you want. As many, many, many colors as you want. And then we're going to put the purple. Do you see how it's running down the cake? Just leave it alone. Don't start spreading it, because when you start spreading it, you'll get a delicious crumb all mixed up with your glaze. So let that go. This one is a little slow coach. It's a bit of a turtle. So we're going to just give it another little drop to help it along its way, like that. and then we're going to do purple, and then I honestly think I could have a little bit of green over there, and maybe a little bit of green over there. Thank you, my darling. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect. And then how about a little bit of purple here? Purple, nice, huh? That's a lovely color. And some purple over here, just like there. And let it do its thing. And then some more pink. What do you say? Some more pink here quickly before it does that, because I want it to mix. I want it to become friends. How's our cake doing?
We have about 5 minutes.
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes that we have to test, or 5 minutes to go?
Test.
To test. Okay, good. So I'll get Autumn to test that in a minute. Here we go. Another little drop in this corner. And just let the kids do it, you know. Because children love doing stuff like this. Here we go, a little bit here. Let that run down the side there. I think we could do with another bit of pink. I like this pink. It's so bright and festive. It's not even red, it's a delicious pink. And you would normally do this on top of a trivet or something, just so that you can catch that extra little bit of icing, glaze. And what's nice is if you've got any of this glaze left, the kids can just ice some biscuits, some plain biscuits, and put some sprinkles on them. And it'll make for a really gorgeous little festive treat. Okay, they can put these out for Father Christmas or Mother Christmas or whoever is going to bring you a gift this year. You can just make this and pop it out. Okay, so now we have this. I think they're beautiful colors. I think they're gorgeous. So now I'm not going to let Autumn near these yet, because she's already got a big smile on her face. Look at Autumn's face. Because she thinks she's got such a sweet tooth, this girl. She loves Sasco Kitchen Days. And I'm thinking we should just do that. And don't even place them. Let them just happen. Let them go where they want to go. Don't you think that's pretty? I just think it's so pretty. Look at that. All the effort. If you want to make a little birthday cake, all the effort taken out of it. I cannot wait. I've got 2 beautiful granddaughters. One is just turned 1 year old, and the other one is 7. And I cannot wait to make the baby something sweet and delicious. And then I'm going to give this to Autumn. You're going to just take a little spoon, and we're going to clean it up nicely. And how about a few hearts? Hey? Should we do a couple of little hearts? Just a few little hearts around. This looks so festive, and it's so easy to do. Look at that. Cross my heart and hope to die, if I ever tell a lie. There we go. Okay, my darling, this belongs to you. Now you've got to make it all pretty and fabulous. And now we're going to test our cake. That's in the oven. I'm quite excited to bring that out in a minute. So, when you test your cake, how do you do it? What you need to look out for and to make sure is that your cake is, when you pop the skewer, always go to the center of the cake. And also, I don't need to tell you, because I know you're very keen Sasco bakers, that you always bake your cake in the center of the oven. So take your skewer and you pop it into the center. And when it comes out smooth and clean and not sticky, you know your cake is ready, okay? So we're going to do a little skewer test. Oh, it's looking good. Oh, yes, she is so ready. This cake says, take me out, sister. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that, and it's pulled away from the edges. So that's how we know for sure that our cake is ready. Let's have a look here. Let's go into here. Can you see how it's pulled away from the edges? It's beautiful, but I'm just, in case, I'm going to just test it. It's beautiful, but that's normally a very good indication. So I'm going to put this aside here to cool. Can I have a cooling rack? Thank you, my darling. I'm going to just stick this on the side to cool. And the one thing, and one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my life is when I started to do baking, is that I used to, oh my goodness, I just wanted to take the cake out already. Give it about 10 minutes, because the cake needs to. Sometimes the cake also will shrink even further when you bring it out as it cools down. So don't try and take it out now, because you're going to, number one, you're going to let all the cake collapse. Number two, you're going to break it. It needs to set. So we just leave that setting beautifully in its own little place. And while that's setting, we're going to now make up our Sasco Bake mix, okay? So we're going to do this. Here we go, Autumn. Now you could actually whisk it in a bowl just very, very quickly. Go away. I'm going to, just to save a bit of time, and we don't overmix it. If you're using a machine, don't overmix it. Because if you overmix it, you're going to have a tough, treat it like it's a muffin, okay? So we go down, go slow first, and from slow we move our way up. What color would you like your cake to be? This is what I want to ask all the kiddies out there, all the mummies out there. I'm kind of working with these colors, so I thought that might not be a bad idea, is to mix our cake up into these colors. So I'm going to take 3 bowls, and maybe we'll keep a bit of the vanilla. So I'm going to take 1, 2, I'm missing a bowl, but I'll get it now. We're going to take 3 bowls, and we're going to mix the batter with 3 different colors, okay? Now the colors of the rainbow are there for you to choose and to do with what you will, and do what you want, and do what makes you happy. So the color scheme is all about you, okay? Okay. Well, there we go. You see, I can't help myself. I've always got to pull it out too soon. Lovely. Now I need another bowl like this, Autumn. If you can just grab me one. And I'm going to take the batter. Thank you. You can stick that in the back. And just make sure you want to hit the sides, because you don't want to have any flour lying around, because that's going to upset your cake, okay, and give you brown marks. So just go around the side and make sure that you have done this. Look at that. Doesn't that look glorious? Wow. Look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. So now we're going to split this up into 3. Thanks, Autumn. So that's 1. Try and keep it even. Although it doesn't matter if you have more of one color and less of the other. There we go. And you need to work fast, okay? Because remember, your bake mix has got a leavening agent in it, so don't leave it lying around. You want to work quick, you want to work fast, and you want to work as clean as possible. So now I'm going to need another baking dish. Yeah, which we've got all nice and prepared. Now be very careful, guys. You need to spray and make sure that you've sprayed properly. And also, if you want to, you could just cut out a circle of greaseproof paper and stick it in the bottom. And what will happen is you can just pull out your cake. Okay? So we're going to go with some vanilla. I definitely think we'll go green again. Let's do the color of the rainbow. Or should we just do the Christmas colors? So that's the green. We're going to make pinky pink. Stunning. Love it. Remember, I'm going very dark. I'm not making pastel cakes here. And I think this time I'm going to really go purple. Let's have a look, see. Orange would be very nice with this. Yellow would be stunning. Whoops. Look how strong I am. But not strong enough to squeeze. Okay. So there we go. And just mix, mix, mix. Remember to use a different spoon for each color batter, otherwise you're going to land up. So I'm going green, okay, and just go mixy, mixy, mix. Do me a favor, please, Autumn.
Yes.
Can you just mix the red one for me if you don't mind? And here we go. Just take the red one. And we're going to mix nice and quick. It doesn't matter if it's not an even color. It's actually quite nice if it's a little bit mottled, okay? And the purple. We're going to go purple. If you were just making one color in a marble cake, this is what you would do. You would just do that and then pop it in. Okay, so try and, just do it like that. Don't overmix the color. And we're looking good. There we go. Oh gosh, look at these hands. Thank you. And now I need another spatula. I have so many of these lovely spatulas, thank goodness. So we're going to go very quickly. I'm going to go vanilla. Okay. Same principle as the icing. We're going to go pinky, pinky. We're going to go green. We're going to go purple. How beautiful is that? And then we're going to go and put what I want to keep the leftover batter and make some little cupcakes, okay, to go with this. So that's that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my skewer, take the back of the skewer, and I'm going to do this, do that. Just make a few little designs in your cake. I love the pink. Have a look, see? And you just cut into it like that. And you're going to have this beautiful marbled effect when you pop it into the oven and bake it. So there you go. Quick and easy and straight into the oven. How long are we going to bake this for? Pop it into the oven for your mama.
For
Thank
about
you.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Done and dusted. Love it. Okay. Got nice clean hands. And now here is another little marbled cake that I put together. And what we're going to do with this is I thought that maybe I've got a nice clean board on the other side. We could bring it and cover this board with it. It's on the table there if you bring it to me. So I thought, I mean, I love marshmallows. I love marshmallows and I love all kinds of sweeties. I shouldn't be, but I do. And I thought this would be really nice for the kids. You know, you can just mark out there we go. Just pop it on top of that for me. Thank you. So you could mark out a design and the children can just follow it, okay? So I thought maybe a Christmas tree, so in all different colors. Should I just go with marshmallows? So you go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then you just push it out a little bit like that. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go 5, and then you push it out a little bit more, and you go 1, 2, chips, 3, 4, 5. And I always think that a Christmas tree should have a star. So that would be like up at the top, or you could now line the rest of your cake with these pretty colors. So you have a bit of decor. You know, you have those little baubles that hang off the side of your cake, or of your Christmas tree. Am I right? Of course I'm right, darling. 1, 2, 3. I'm glad that I told you. I'm glad you're not doing this, Miss Autumn. She loves them. But I think I must let Autumn do this. There we go. Is this starting to take the shape of a Christmas tree? Are you sure? Because, you know, I can't see properly from here. When you look down, okay, we're going to do one last. No, it's ready. Okay, you can eat those, Autumn. Look at Autumn. She's such a happy girl there, darling. Yes. Okay, so now we need a little trunk. So I would say we go 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're just going to do the little trunk in all pretty colors. Stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just do your little trunk, and then you can fill in. You can fill in the tree. Let's have a look. See here. So we've got, it goes like that, and it goes like that. Okay, and then it comes like that, and it comes like that. So now what, if you want to, what you could do is you could fill in between, if you wanted to, with some pretty hundreds and thousands, you get all the lovely cake decorations, and just make it really, really pretty. I think you were waiting for those, hey, Autumn? And then I just thought maybe some of these like little star things would look pretty, just to fill in between the tree. Just a little bit. And then you could take some food coloring on the end, a little bit of food coloring on the end of a skewer, and you can just draw an outline on top of the cake. Let's have a look here. We use this. Just take your skewer and use it to stop the little sweetie things from falling all over the show. There we go. Just do that a little bit. Although I actually don't mind if it goes all over the cake, to be honest. Or you could pipe it. You could actually take some green icing. We've got some piping bags there, actually. Those little disposable ones we could use to take a piping bag. And we can put some green icing into it. And we can pipe it like that. And then you will have the structure of your tree. So look at that. It's very quick. It's very easy. And it's something that the children can really, really do together. And I know they're going to love it. Look at that. Just very, very simple. Maybe we will kind of do some kind of piping around the side just to give it a bit of definition. But yes, it does look like a little Christmas tree. Hey, a star-spangled one. Look at that. If anyone's got any questions, please feel free to ask. And I know that they will pass those on to me. There we go. Or we could take these beautiful, that would look nice, wouldn't it? These beautiful sweeties and rather line it with that. What do you think? Huh? Or green? Green piping would look good, hey? So like so Christmassy. Okay, so green piping it will eventually be, and that's what we're going to do. And with that lovely thick icing over there would be fantastic. So here it goes, easy peasy for the festive season. It couldn't get easier than with Sasco. I'm waiting for this little gorgeous cake to come out of the oven. And now this one, while I wait for the green piping, let me show you. Over here is our beautiful cake. Now remember, when I said to you it will look like it's collapsing, but it's not. Just look at that. It's not collapsed. It's absolutely glorious. It's nice and it's soft. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now this is also something that you could do if you wanted to, if you were using your beautiful Sasco cake flour, to make 2 or 3 of these and make a beautiful, decadent Christmas trifle. And you would do layers and layers and layers of this. I mean, this is better than any bought sponge. Look at that. Isn't that light and glorious? Better than any bought sponge you could ever dream of buying. And just use it. But of course it doesn't work unless you're using Sasco cake flour. You won't get this result. So right, we are going to just make a little snip, and we're going to continue to finish our little tree. Now let's see if I've got a steady hand. Woo! This is a part I hate. I'm not a ready steady girl. There we go. Am I going in a straight line, guys? Help me out here. Yes? Look at you. Not bad, Jennifer. Not bad at all. Right, whoops. Yep. And these little bags are so easy for children to use. They really, really are. Like so. To the corner, jack corner. And then we just come across. Behave yourself, bag. Just make sure there aren't any air pockets in your bag. Does that look like a Christmas tree? I think it does. Look at that. Look, even a child could do it like me. Or if you wanted to make butter icing, you could go plick, 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 plick up. But I think the simpler it is for the kiddies to do, the better. So I'm going to just put one last little lot of whatever here. And we happy chappies. How many minutes for our Sasco?
Well, about 15 minutes.
15 minutes to go. Okay. So, seeing that we've got 15 minutes to go, let me talk about this one. Now that I think we need to cut cake. Do you think so? Let's cut cake. Okay, so we won't talk about this one. This one's for my crew. Let's cut cake. So I think let's cut the big one. This one. We're going to cut it. Isn't that the worst thing ever? Is when you've got to cut a cake. No. The boys are smiling. They're saying it's a very good thing to cut the cake. Okay. So I need a little white side plate. And you're going to we're going to destroy this cake now. Or should we put all the cakes together and then we can destroy them? Yes, we're going to put all the cakes together and then we can destroy them. And by destroy, I mean cut. And whoops, whoops. Okay, so here's our little very merry cherry, which I think is such a pretty little cake. And I love how that gold has just landed all over it. This one is our beautiful rainbow cake, or Christmas, or any other thing. And this, darling, is our big people cake. Look at that. Girls, are you happy? What do you think of our cakes? They're gorgeous. Hey, James, do you like our cakes? Would you like some of this cake? Ladies, can I spoil you? You know, behind every successful team, there's a team in the background. And they're very quiet because they want to be fed. But look at that. I think that's so pretty. That is gorgeous. Which one should we cut first? We're going to cut this one. And we're going to cut this one. Should we? 2 side plates. Yes. Okay, so let's go straight into this side. And kill the tree. Ready? Wow. Nice. Ah. Look at that. Thank you, Sasco. Look. How can you have a festive without Sasco, darling? Do you see? All you need are your bake mixes and some food colorings and you'll be a happy chappy. That's gorgeous, huh? Lovely. I'm not going to eat that because it will be bad for me. You can stick that aside. And this one. Oh my goodness. This one is just my best. You ready? Yes. Okay, let's go. Look at him smiling. Okay, look at that, guys. Okay, you can just go back there. We'll eat you later. We won't leave you alone. Look at that. Now, don't tell me that this doesn't make your heart beat faster. Don't tell me this doesn't make your mouth hysterical. Don't tell me that you don't want to eat this or make it for the festive season. And I want to see those photographs. And I was serious. I want to know the first person who put up the name of our cake because I'm going to send them an autographed cookbook. Okay, so we need to know that, and we'll tell you who you are, and we'll get hold of you on Messenger, and we'll get your contact details, and we will have the courier send it off like in next week. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yes? Gosh, how can you... I'm not cutting that one yet, but I do think we need to cut a slice of this one. We need another plate. I think this is such a lovely cake, and it's quick and it's easy for moms to do for a birthday party. You can have all the colors that you want. It doesn't have to be a birthday. It can be a nice festive little something because children don't all want to eat. Not all kids like fruit cake, you know. So while you're having your Christmas puddings and your fruit cakes and your trifles, just wipe that, the kiddies can have one of these. And it's got all the gorgeous things in it. Obviously, be careful of the littlies with the balls because they can hail them, so you need to watch them. And I think it's very, very pretty. And it makes me excited. Thank you, darling. So we're going to just cut a little slither out of this. Oh, look at that. You see how nice the knife slides? It's nice and light. It's nice and Sasco. Look at that, people. Look at that. Woo! Look at that one. Is that not pretty? Look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. All those beautiful colors. And that all comes from one vanilla bake mix from Sasco. So you better stock up for Christmas and get some velvet ones. Get the chocolate mix. Also, you know, we've got muffins and we've got all kinds of muffins actually, but there's a very nice bran muffin one that you could use for breakfast and add all kinds of wonderful things to it. That's what's so nice about Sasco. You can add. So here we go. I would say, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry festive, merry anything you want it to be. We're going to test our cake in the oven now. And then we're going to say, we love you so long, farewell. Well, it's almost that time, but not just yet. So are you happy with what you see here, boys? Should Should I cut that one? Oh, terrible. Okay, another plate. Autumn, we're going to cut. Oh, these boys are terrible. They're making me cut everything up. Yes, thank you. Okay, this is our very cherry. Let's have a look. Tell me when you're ready. Okay, I'm going to go in. Just see how nicely it glides and it slides. Beautiful. And that little cherry I'll take off and add it back. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Now with this one what we did was we just put it in 3 different little baking tins. And what you yourself can do, you can just take 3 little baking tins and you could do them separately and then just put some beautiful butter icing in the center. And it still says festive, Merry Christmas, happy times, happy mouth. Good. Now we're going to be even happier because this kitchen is so full of cake today. Look at her. She's like shaking her head, and it's not to say no. She's saying, oh my goodness. We're going to check our cake? Okay. So 30, here we go. I'm going to let you do the honors, miss. We're going to just peep inside the oven, and we're going to just check the center of the cake and just make sure it is absolutely cooked through. Yes. Just another 2 seconds. But you know what? Bring it out, because I just want to, because it is literally a minute away from cooking. Just stick it on here for me, Autumn. I just want to show our viewers what the top looks like. Okay? Can you just have a look, see how beautiful that cake looks? For me, I would serve it just like that and give everybody their own frosting. And let them frost it themselves. Just have a look, see, it's got another couple of minutes to go. It's still slightly wet, so we're going to pop it back in. But isn't that pretty and beautiful? So we'll stick that back in the oven. And I hope you're posting your glorious, wonderful, magnificent pieces of SASKO, your lovely show pieces. Let's go, let's go. I love it. Okay, so on that note, if we don't have any questions, I'd love to see some of your comments, have a little chat with you, and get the cake out the oven, and then wish you and bid you farewell. You're going to grab that, darling. We're going to grab that. And I'm thinking that we might take one person, and it's not going to be Autumn, because I want one person to come and try this cake. I don't know if James can leave his post for even 1 minute. He can't, hey? He's stuck there. Should we feed the cameraman? Can I give you a bite? Yes? Are you saying yes, I must feed cameraman or you? Cameraman. Okay. So this is for our cameraman. People, you're not going to see his reaction, but you'll hear it. I'm going to give you a big fat mouthful. Open big. Open big. Show the people the size of this cake. Show them first on the camera how big your mouth is. Have a look here. And this is the reward for the back-breaking work that you do. Hanging on to that camera while Jenny bakes. Come to mama. It's for you, baby. And we'll just want to hear your voice, okay? Tell us what you think.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. I love it. I love it. And this is for Autumn, because she's been such a good girl. You've never seen. Look at Autumn's face. Can we have a picture of Autumn's face? Just look at Autumn. Just look, she is just like so elated. All right, my SASKO friends, I want to say to you that I hope you go forth and you bake and you make and just take what SASKO have given you to make your life easier. As I say, you don't need a festive season. You don't need a Christmas. You just need an occasion, like every day, to bake cake. So I want you to really go and enjoy. Oh, people are saying such nice things. Beautiful. The marble cake. Oh, absolutely stunning. Oh, no, we're not going anywhere now. Beautiful. Love it. Rainbow love. Rainbow love. I love that. The most beautiful marble cake. Keep going, baby. You keep scrolling. I love it. Absolutely. Oh, darling, 100. Yes, it absolutely. And wow. Yes. Latifa, wow. Claudia says, serve it with ice cream. The kids will go crazy. So will you. They'll be climbing the wall, but never mind. Love the colors. Yes. Oh, look at that. Lovely cakes, Jenny Morris. Thank you, my sweetheart. Sasco Bakes with Jenny and Autumn. I like that. I like that. Keep going. Keep going. This is stunning. Oh, look at how wonderful people are there. They're just saying such lovely things and lots of hearts and kisses. Oh, I wish I could kiss you all. Wow, it's so beautiful and so colorful. And yes, it is very yummy, 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 yummy. Jenny, when is your next live show? We'll speak to Sasco, darling. We're almost at the end of the year now. It says lovely. I just love that laugh, Jenny. Well, thank you. Can it be me, please, darling? It depends. It could be anybody, but it could be you too. All the cakes look divine, lovely cakes. One slice, please. Oh, darling, you'll never be the same. There's my winner, Layla. Layla Basha. Layla Basha, you are the winner, but we're going to keep scrolling. And you're going to send us on, in fact, on the Sasco site, or if you send it to Jenny Morris Chef, send it to Sasco. And I will send you a lovely autograph book so that you can enjoy. What do we have? Yes, feed the cameraman. Yum. The cherry cake. Oh, do you see what I'm saying? When you've got Sasco, it becomes so easy, and you can put a little bit of cherries. Now, if you're going to add cherry to our cake bake mix, all you do is just roll them in a little bit of flour so they don't sink, okay? How I wish that cameraman... Oh, go back. What does you want from my cameraman? Yummy, yummy, yummy. Mr. Cameraman, delicious. Oh, I love that. I love it, I love it, I love it. Such beautiful comments. Aren't these people just amazing? I love them. Delicious indeed. Thank you so much. Definitely trying these. Please, guys, I want you to try them. They're going to make your holiday season so easy. Absolutely, I agree. It looks wonderful. Aren't they lovely, Layla? I'm Layla. That's bloody Layla's the winner. Thank you. Autumn, aren't they wonderful comments? Amazing, guys. I have every reason to bake now. Do you see? That's what Sasco does. It gives you every reason for every season to bake every single day if you want to. All those cakes look so good. And you know what? They are just so simple. And, oh, hello, darling. Jenny, you are looking gorgeous. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Stunning Berry Cake. That's your Christmas trifle this year. I love all your cakes. Definitely going to bake. You have to bake. There's a lot of people out there that are too intimidated and too afraid to bake. Sasco's going to make it. Sassy cake, cherry cake. I love it. Sasco Chef's Kitchen with Jenny Morris. Thank you, darling. I love being in this kitchen. Yummy. I'm now going to bake. Don't stop. Rainbow Heaven. Yes. Cake looks absolutely delicious. May I reduce the baking time for cupcakes? Yes, please do, because remember they're smaller. So I would reduce it by about, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes, but just check, okay? Yummy. You make baking so easy and fun. And I do love you too, but it's thanks to Sasco, not me, darling, that's making it so easy, but I love you. I wish I could give you a hug. I wish I could hug you back. Amazing show, and the team was awesome. This team is the most incredible team, and I love them. Awesome. Oh, look at that, as always, Jenny. Thank you, Shireen Chetty. Sasco's Kitchen with Chef Jenny Morris. Awesome show. Thank you. I want to bake with you, Jenny. We've got the whole year coming up next year, guys, but you can bake with Sasco in the meantime. The kids are going crazy now. They want the cake now. Listen, run to the supermarket. Easy peasy. It bakes in 20 minutes. Each cake is very beautiful and colorful. Thank you, Jenny Morris and Sasco. Look at that. There's Layla. Wow. These people are just so stunning. Love the decorations, and I bet it tastes great. Well, my cameraman said it tastes delicious, and he wouldn't lie to me because I would have to smack him. Feed me next time. Of course I will, darling. And the yummy, 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 I promise you it's a quadruple yummy. Quadruple. Sasco is sunshine in a packet, darling. It's love in a packet. It's sunshine. It's everything you need in your pantry. Go and buy and fill up. Can we buy the Sasco recipe book? I'm sure you can at all good bookstores I have seen. And yes, it does look delicious, Crystal. I promise you, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And you look amazing yourself too, my darling. Thank you very much. Sasco, lots of love. Look at all those hearts. Congratulations to the winner. Yes, let us all congratulate that winner. And I want you to teach me to bake a cake. And I want to visit the studio one day. Well, you never know, wishes can come true. Thank you for the event. I'm just saying thank you to you guys for joining us. And I need to apply for the cameraman position. Well, sweetheart, it depends on what your qualifications are. You've got to have taste buds that love to eat. Too tempting. Oh, yes, so's the cameraman. What is the name of the cake? You're supposed to tell me. Simple. You like the simple cake hacks. You see, that's what it's all about. Life doesn't have to be over-engineered and difficult. It just needs to be Sasco, darling. Have a little Sasco moment. You're beautiful, Jenny. Thank you, my sweetheart. Cherry cake, I agree, is fantastic. Jenny, you look so gorgeous. What is going on here today, people? I'm loving you. So easy and still delightful recipes. Everything we do with Sasco is easy. and they are delightful, and they are delicious. They're very, very easy to put together. And we say, I'm going to bake them. You just motivated me. I'm so happy you've made my day with that comment, darling, because you know what? Never be intimidated by anything. Seriously, don't be intimidated. SASKO makes it so easy for people like myself. Yes, it does, even for people like me, and I'm a chef. I'm going to bake some cupcakes today. That's fantastic. And you're amazing, Jenny, and thank you, my love. Thank you, Marisa. I think you're amazing too. And oh my goodness me, all these beautiful remarks. I'm getting a big head. Such perfection. Yeah, it's SASKO perfection, my sweetheart. You see, the cherry cake took me to another planet, and your laughter, yes. Well, I'm a happy girl because SASKO makes me so happy, and so do you. The fact that you have actually taken the time to join me in my kitchen today makes me happy. You make baking easy. Of course I do. And so does SASKO. This is just can go on and on and on and on. You know, I'm such a big head. I have to read this lots and lots. Love you lots, Jen. Thank you, my puppet. Jenny, thank you for the lovely, awesome tips. And Autumn's going to check the cake. I love your energy, darling, and I promise you that energy is pure and it's all natural. No stimulants, no coffee, only tea. Would love to get the recipe book. You have a look at all the bookstores. There very definitely you will find. There's I Love Foodies. They've got a lot of SASKO recipes in it. A great day to bake. It's the perfect day to bake, darling. You don't need a day. You can bake any day you like. SASKO with Jenny Morris. You guys are awesome. We love SASKO. I'm glad you love SASKO because SASKO loves you. When you're going to feed me, please? Well, Marisa, let's make a date. Jenny looks better than the cakes. Ah, you made my day, baby. More, please. Of course, next year is another year. We're going to be baking with SASKO forever. There, are we ready? There we go. Here's Miss Autumn. The cake is out. We're going to just stick it onto our trivet. I'm going to just show it to you. I want to be a tester and a tester anytime, darling. Thank you for making baking a fun baking episode. Thank you, darling, for enjoying it and telling us that it's fun. We always love your feedback. Gosh me, look at me, look at me. We'll never open the oven before the time is up again. You see, naughty girl. Just 5 minutes, because sometimes you can collapse it. Remember that hot air is what's giving your cake the rise, and you don't want to, and never bang the door because your cake will go down like that. Okay, we don't want that to happen. Love the rainbow cake, Tresless cake, stunning. I love it. Love it. Your kitchen is so nice. Yes, darling, because it's filled with the aroma of SASKO and nice people. SASKO is the best. Don't ever forget, Renette. And everyone out there, SASKO is the best. You're bubbly, beautiful, amazing to watch. Thank you. More, please, Jenny. Well, just watch this space. How are you? And what was the name of the cake? Dress less. More, please, Jenny. Loving Jenny's bubbly vibe. Thank you, darling. It's all about SASKO. Please feed me, Jenny, anytime you like. Okay. So now, and we're going to just keep those running, and I'll look up and share them with you. Our cake is beautiful and it's ready to go. You can see, look at it. It's a beautiful moist cake. The oil gives you a stunning moist cake. And even the birds are whistling because they think they're going to get a little morsel of SASKO cake. They often do. And in we go, and you can see just those couple of minutes make all the difference. Okay, we would love weekly demos, please. Tell that to the boss. Jenny, you just as beautiful as your cake. Thank you. You're a great host. Good vibes only with SASKO. You will only get these vibes with SASKO, darling. And Jenny Morris. Rainbow cakes and cupcakes. Yes, you can make these smaller, and the kids can actually just do their own little thing. So now the important thing is just to go back to what I was saying in the beginning. Don't be impatient. You will see the cake is definitely coming away from the sides. And normally you pick that up in the oven. Okay. But now it needs to rest. It needs to cool. It will pull away from the sides, and then we cool it on a rack. And let all the steam leave it, so you will be able to ice it later. I want to say thank you to everybody because I think you've been amazing, and I'm so happy I saw all these incredible comments coming from you, and SASKO are going to love what you've got to say, and they're going to be even more happy that you are wonderful, loyal supporters of our brand. So go there and stock up and have a merry festive. And you can have a very cherry season as well. I'm also very excited that it's cherry season. Look at this. If you could hear this. Oh, can you hear it? Crunchy. My mouth loves me. Oh. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great rest of the year. And just don't forget to follow us on social media. We are SASKO. What is it? SASKO SA, right? Yeah? And we're on internet. Of course, we're on the internet because that's where we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on Twitter. And every month that I've done this, you've always shared your beautiful creations with me. So tag me, Jenny Morris Chef, and tag SASKO. If you're not following them already, please follow, because you will find out all the hints and all the tips to do with baking. And whenever there's a special occasion, we'll notify you on that. And I would also love to see your photographs of the beautiful things that you make over the festive season, not just today. So let's go forward to the end of the year. Be safe, be merry, and don't forget to wear your mask. Thank you for joining us, and I want to see lots of rainbows out there. Love you, Mama. Yes, I love you too, darling.